warm-up is now finished. So could you clear the pool, please? Can we have the first athletes in the first semi-finals to the marshalling area?
So, ladies and gentlemen, for the final time this weekend, a very good afternoon and welcome to Inspire Luton for the Swim England East Region Short Course Championships 2023. It's the final session and we'll be getting underway in the next couple of minutes or so. We're on this bonfire night here in Luton. Let's hope we can go out with a bit of a bang. We've had some fantastic swims over the last couple of days. Plenty more medals to be decided between now and the close of play as well. And we hope you're looking forward to it as much as we are. So, lots of action to come. And we'll be focusing on the pool very shortly. But without further ado, ladies and gents, please join us in welcoming our referees for this evening: Jerry Metcalf, Dave Metcalf, Jane O'Brien, and Phil Winder. And your starter for this afternoon session, Louise Mackey. A reminder that all the action over the course of this weekend, including tonight, live streamed, of course, on the Swim England YouTube channel. Very easy to find it. Do make sure if any of your friends or loved ones are wanting to watch it and follow along this afternoon, let them know about that. And, of course, you can look back at it whenever you want to reflect on what has been a great weekend. All the latest as ever at SE East Region on social media. And as we can see, our first set of finalists are already at the starting end, and very shortly we'll begin with this afternoon's action. Our first final then is the female 200-metre individual medley. In lane 1 from Team Ipswich, Clementine Lovell. In lane 2 from City of Peterborough, Isabel Cameron. In lane 3 from Basildon and Phoenix, Lexi O'Connor. In lane 4 from City of Norwich, Grace Greenhalgh. Lane 5 from City of Cambridge, Matilda Ransom. In lane 6 from Basildon and Phoenix, Sophie Palmer. In lane 7 from Bishop Stortford, Neve James. And in lane 8 from City of Peterborough, Olivia Minnett. This is the female 200-metre individual medley final. And it's a really interesting race to get us started in the final session, where Grace Greenhalgh will be the favourite, starting in lane 4. Her margin ahead of the nearest rival, 0.6 of a second. Matilda Ransom, City of Cambridge, in that second fastest seeded lane. But I think there's going to be plenty of jostling for all positions on the podium between now and that final stretch, of course, when it comes to the freestyle. So approaching the halfway point. A good start from Grace Greenhalgh so far in lane 4. City of Norwich swimmer leading second place, which is Clementine Lovell. And Neve James and Sophie Palmer very close together behind. In fact, no one's really tailing off across the pool. Everyone working and trying to change their fortunes in their favour with a position on the podium here at stake. Plenty still on offer in this part of the breaststroke, with Grace Greenhalgh still in the lead with Clementine Lovell, who's having a really strong back end to this breaststroke. Also emerging onto the scene now is Matilda Ransom of City of Cambridge in lane 5, starting to show some of the form that got her into one of the middle lanes for this race. Onto the freestyle they go. Joining the conversation on the far side, we have Isabel Cameron in lane 2 and Lexi O'Connor in lane 3. This is going to be a really tight battle. Couple of disappointed people at the end of this, because the podium only has 3 spots and there are 5 of them going for it. But Grace Greenhalgh not in doubt, 2:19.25. She will win the race, and Lexi O'Connor will be on the podium with Matilda Ransom. So close. Nip and tuck all the way. And we have confirmation of those times. Next up, the male 50-metre backstroke final. In lane 1 from City of St Albans, Nathaniel Mapley. In lane 2 from Watford, Luke Flynn. Lane 3 from Basildon and Phoenix, Mason Allen. Lane 4 from Witham Dolphins, Maddox Roberts. Lane 5 from West Norfolk, Nathan Wells. Lane 6 from West Norfolk, Tobias Oglesby. Lane 7 from City of Norwich, Joseph McGillivray. And in lane 8 from City of Norwich, Jack Eden. This is the male 50-metre backstroke final. Well, already the turn for home, and already we see down the middle how close that battle is. Maddox Roberts pipping Nathan Wells to it. Mason Allen third. Now time for the female 50-metre freestyle final. In lane 1 from Team Ipswich, Ellen Duffield. Lane 2 from Team Ipswich, Matilda Bogle. In lane 3 from Dunmo Atlantis, Megan Maybanks. In lane 4 from Basildon and Phoenix, Sky Carter. Lane 5 from Bishop Stortford, Laura Burgess. In lane 6 from Dunmo Atlantis, Rebecca Johnson. In lane 7 from City of Cambridge, Francesca Baber. And in lane 8 from Dayburn, Connie Davies. This is the female 50-metre freestyle final. Well, Sky Carter in lane 4 from Basildon and Phoenix, very well supported and has certainly lit up this weekend. Plenty of success for her and her team, and she's leading the way here. No stopping. Sky Carter, it's going to be close for the rest of the podium. Sky Carter eases her way to first position yet again. Rebecca Johnson second, Matilda Bogle third. Now time for the male 200-metre breaststroke final. In lane 1 from Chelmsford, Saxon Minto. Lane 2 from Norwich Swan, James Noble. In lane 3 from West Norfolk, Freddie Laws. Lane 4 from Putteridge, Lawrence Palmer. In lane 5 from City of Norwich, Oliver Vedren. Lane 6 from City of Cambridge, Edward Ormsby. In lane 7 from St Felix, Charlie McKinnon. And in lane 8 from Chelmsford, Rhys Burns. This is the male 200-metre breaststroke final. Well, there are two clear favourites in this final down the middle, both boasting times under 2:18. In fact, around 2:17. Mark Lawrence Palmer dead on it earlier on for Putteridge in the heats. Oliver Vedren less than half a second slower than that. So those two expect to be very close together. Freddie Laws has been in good form over the course of the weekend, the West Norfolk swimmer. He's already putting himself amongst the conversation for the podium spot. So the fastest through in the heats, currently the quickest out of the traps here in this final. Next contender is lane 6 and City of Cambridge's Edward Ormsby. Swimming with good ease and holding off the rest of the pool. But now, of course, after this halfway point, just needs a quickening of the pace to really jostle and challenge those ahead. Oliver Vedren clearly now with a bit of a margin over the two to his left. Lawrence Palmer in lane 4. And strong swimming from Freddie Laws in lane 3. You'd expect at this stage of the race for these three now to be those on the podium. The question is in what order? Oliver Vedren only seems to be getting further out ahead. He turns for home. And then almost in synchronized fashion, Freddie Laws and Lawrence Palmer neck and neck on that turn on the home straight. Don't think either of them are going to be catching Oliver Vedren here. Into the wall he comes. Lawrence Palmer stretching for second. Freddie Laws in third. You can see how significantly the three of them upped their performance from the heats earlier. And Oliver Vedren did enough to get another podium spot, and he will top this one. Moving on to the female 200-metre breaststroke final. In lane 1 from City of Peterborough, Lily Davis. In lane 2 from West Norfolk, Sarah O'Brien. In lane 3 from City of Cambridge, Matilda Ransom. In lane 4 from Putteridge, Sophie Payne. In lane 5 from Hatfield, Caitlin Hartley. Lane 6 from St Ives, Chloe Butler. Lane 7 from City of Cambridge, Rebecca Keatley. And in lane 8 from City of Norwich, Ellen Eccleston. This is the female 200-metre breaststroke final. Well, that previous race there, the front three, once they'd established the lead, they never let it slip. Will this one be more of the same or a much tighter competition this time around? Well, I think the early stages have already given us a fair indicator of what may be on the horizon here. Quarter of the way through, and Chloe Butler leading from Caitlin Hartley. But the front 4 or 5 separated by less than a second, and that includes competitors from all lanes. Even the far side and Lily Davis of City of Peterborough. He's well up there here with Chloe Butler in 6, Caitlin Hartley in lane 5, and plenty in between as well. Coming to the halfway point, it'll be interesting to see what the gap is now between first and the rest of the competitors, with Chloe Butler now 2.5 separating the front 4, just over half a second separating the front 3. Will that change? Will the order change? You expect maybe a bit of a push coming from lanes 4 and 3 in particular. Sophie Payne in 4 for Putteridge and Matilda Ransom in lane 3 for City of Cambridge, but still Lily Davis on the far side, holding her own very strongly indeed, and Chloe Butler not waning either. But the question will be, what can be produced by those in the centre in these final 50 metres? So Chloe Butler from Lily Davis, Sophie Payne and Caitlin Hartley the nearest to them. Don't rule out maybe a late burst towards the back end of the podium here, but it does look as if we've got 3 emerging out of the front. The 2 that we've had all the way through. Lily Davis in lane 1 on the far side and Chloe Butler in lane 6, but now we see the orange cap in lane 4 as Sophie Payne of Putteridge putting in the hard work and showing us what she produced in the heats earlier. Lily Davis looks as though she's just about got in front towards the end. Will she hold on? Yes, she will. What a swim on the outside lane from Lily Davis. Sophie Payne getting herself ahead of Chloe Butler for second. But what a final that was. Up next, it's the male 100-metre butterfly final. In lane 1 from Dunmo Atlantis, Damon Elliott. In lane 2 from Bishop Stortford, Callum Davis. Lane 3 from Hatfield, James Woodward. Lane 4 from Watford, Matthew Aldred. In 5 from Thurrock, Henry Dean. Lane 6 from Witham, Maddox Roberts. Lane 7 from West Suffolk, Jake Thomas Mansfield. And in lane 8 from Bishop Stortford, Jake Lloyd. This is the male 100-metre butterfly final. Well, we've got the female 100 fly to come on the other side of the presentations that will follow this final. Out like a battering ram in lane 3, James Woodward there of Hatfield. Very purposeful start indeed, and he leads at the halfway point ahead of Matthew Aldred and Henry Dean, both of them to his left-hand side as they'll now turn for home. Still being spearheaded by James Woodward of Hatfield. What pressure can come in the central lanes? Matthew Aldred making a burst for it, but James Woodward only seems to be getting stronger and stronger here. 55.01 seconds. James Woodward is the winner of the male 100-metre butterfly final. Matthew Aldred and Henry Dean also on the podium.
We will shortly be commencing presentations for 701, 200 IM women, 702, men's 50 backstroke, 703, female 50 freestyle, and 704, men's 200 breaststroke. If those athletes make their way to the presentation area immediately, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal presentations. The medals to be presented by Swim England East Region President Darren Peck, Essex County President Phil Nice, and Hertfordshire County President Jane O'Brien. The medal winners in the female 200 metre individual medley. In third place from City of Cambridge, Matilda Ransom. In second place from Basildon and Phoenix, Lexi O'Connor. And in first place from City of Norwich, Grace Greenhalf. Let's hear it for our medal winners. The medalist for the male 50 metre backstroke. In third place from Basildon and Phoenix, Mason Allen. In second place from West Norfolk, Nathan Wells. And in first place from Witham Dolphins, Maddox Roberts. One more time for your medal winners. The medalist for the female 50 metre freestyle. In third place from Team Ipswich, Matilda Bogle. In second place from Dunmo Atlantis, Rebecca Johnson. And in first place from Basildon and Phoenix, Sky Carter. One more time for your medal winners. And now the medalists for the male 200 metre breaststroke. In third place from West Norfolk, Freddie Laws. In second place from Putteridge, Lawrence Palmer. And in first place from the City of Norwich, Oliver Vedren. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for all your medal winners so far tonight. Now we move on to the female 100 metre butterfly final. In lane 1 from City of Peterborough, Megan Donovan. In lane 2 from City of Peterborough, Vanessa Simranova. In lane 3 from City of Cambridge, Georgia Holgate. In lane 4 from Basildon and Phoenix, Sky Carter. In lane 5 from Norwich Swan, Charlotte Smith. In lane 6 from City of Norwich, Olivia Greenall. In lane 7 from Modernian, Eloise Cole. And in lane 8 from Bishop Stortford, Emma Fields. This is the female 100-meter butterfly final. And away they go, and already a good start. Lane 3, Georgia Holgate of City of Cambridge. And there's ever Sky Carter up there as well. And fair play to Sky Carter, just on the podium, and then immediately dashing over to the starting blocks to try and win another medal. That's what happens when you win most of the races that you take part in. Can she win this one as well? Georgia Holgate making life far from easy for her. She's very strong indeed, the City of Cambridge swimmer. It's going to be close for third as well as Georgia Holgate wins it. Sky Carter in second, and Charlotte Smith gets the third best time. She'll join them on the podium. Now it's time for the male 100-meter individual medley final. Lane 1 from Team Waveney, Harrison Holmes. Lane 2 from City of Cambridge, Edward Ormsby. Lane 3 from West Norfolk, Freddie Laws. In lane 4 from West Norfolk, Nathan Wells. In lane 5 from City of Norwich, Oliver Vadren. In lane 6 from Holstead, Kai Adams. In lane 7 from Stowmarket, Lewis Chapman. And in lane 8 from Ware, Thomas Lydiard. This is the male 100-meter individual medley final. So a length on each stroke in this 100 IM. 4 swimmers under 60 seconds earlier today. Don't be surprised if all of them are able to just give it that little bit extra and get sub 60 in what is going to be an exciting final over the halfway point. What will this breaststroke leg tell us? Nathan Wells of West Norfolk, certainly with the bit between his teeth, holding off his nearest competitor, Oliver Vadren. Those two have been in the pool plenty of times alongside each other this weekend, and he's getting very close in this final on the freestyle. Great kickback from Oliver Vedren, but it's Nathan Wells that holds on by 900ths of a second. Kai Adams in third. Now moving on to the female 100-meter backstroke final. In lane 1 from Norwich Swan, Amara Addison. Lane 2 from City of Cambridge, Georgia Holgate. Lane 3 from Basildon and Phoenix, Evangeline Pierce. In lane 4 from City of Peterborough, Hannah Willis. In lane 5 from City of Peterborough, Vanessa Simiranova. In lane 6 from Hatfield, Charlotte Williams. In lane 7 from Dayburn, Connie Davies. And in lane 8 from City of Norwich, Megan Pye. This is the female 100-meter backstroke final. Well, plenty of fireworks in the pool tonight. Long may it continue already. We've got an outside lane looking strong. Not for the first time tonight either, with Amara Addison in lane 1 from Norwich Swan. Looking very good in that first half. Hannah Willis by a slither, just getting that touch at the halfway point though that puts her into the lead, but far from the ascendancy just yet. Plenty of work still to do. Also lanes 6 and 7, Charlotte Williams of Hatfield and Connie Davies of Dayburn respectively are making sure there's plenty of company in that tussle for the podium. So down the middle, Hannah Willis of City of Peterborough. Looks like she's got clear water. How about the rest of them though? Hannah Willis wins it. Second, Connie Davies. And Evangeline Pierce has third spot. Up next, the male 100-meter freestyle final. In lane 1 from City of St Albans, Alexander Carverbore. In lane 2 from West Norfolk, Tobias Oglesby. Lane 3 from Team Luton, Matthew Wright. In lane 4 from Witham Dolphins, Maddox Roberts. In lane 5 from West Suffolk, Matthew Baker. In lane 6 from St Felix School, William Ellard. Lane 7 from Holstead, Kai Adams. And in lane 8 from Bushay, Ashley Coombs. This is the male 100-meter freestyle final. Well, only Maddox Roberts earlier on today in the heats was able to get under 50 seconds, boasting a time of 49.46. But you'd expect the likes of Matthew Baker. William Ellard's had a good weekend, as has Matthew Wright. Maybe some from the outer lanes been able to put a little bit of pressure onto that. Certainly far from decided, this one. Halfway point, Matthew Wright leading from William Ellard. Maddox Roberts then is in the thick of it, as you'd expect. Also, lane 5, Matthew Baker, just on the tail end of that. Will it all change on this final straight here? It's a really strong swim from Matthew Wright in his home pool. Team Luton swimmer in lane 3. Looks like he's going to lead them home. He will do, and he'll top the podium. Maddox Roberts second. William Ellard squeezes his way to third. Moving on to the female 200-metre freestyle final. In lane 1 from Chelmsford, Alexa Mann. Lane 2 from Basildon and Phoenix, Lexi O'Connor. Lane 3 from Team Ipswich, Matilda Bogle. In lane 4 from City of Norwich, Grace Greenhalgh. Lane 5 from Basildon and Phoenix, Sky Carter. Lane 6 from Dunstable, Jessica Medlicott. Lane 7 from City of Cambridge, Francesca Baber. And in lane 8 from Basildon and Phoenix, Sophie Palmer. This is the female 200-metre freestyle final. Wow, breathless action over the course of tonight. We will have a slight break in the proceedings with the presentations following this race. But I'm sure we're in for a corker over the next 200 metres. We're a quarter of the way through, and we have the blue cap in lane 6 of Jessica Medlicott of Dunstable. Slightly squeezing away in front. On the far side, Alexa Mann as well in lane 1's looking pretty good. It was a fine start from Grace Greenhalgh in lane 4. She's got used to being on the podium this weekend. Either side of her, Matilda Bogle in 3 and Sky Carter in 5 have as well. Certainly ounces of quality on offer from those two. Plenty of effort that they've put in over the course of this competition so far. Have they got enough left in the tank? It's very close coming on to this 25-metre stretch. Lane 3, Matilda Bogle trying to edge her way ahead of Grace Greenhalgh. Lane 6, Jessica Medlicott as well up there. And the gap is just over half a second between the three of them. So Matilda Bogle only seems here to be stretching her advantage over those in pursuit of the podium. There's 3 almost flat out in the centre, and not forgetting Alexa Mann as well, but Matilda Bogle has made it hers, and there are 3 going for the remaining 2 spots. Jessica Medlicott and Sky Carter are on the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal presentations to be presented by Swim England East Region President Darren Peck, Essex County President Phil Nice, and Hertfordshire County President Jane O'Brien. The medal winners for the female 200-metre breaststroke. In third place from St Ives, Chloe Butler. In second place from Putteridge, Sophie Payne. And in first place from City of Peterborough, Lily Davis. Let's hear it for our medal winners. The medalists in the male 100-metre butterfly. In third place from Thurrock, Henry Dean. In second place from Watford, Matthew Aldred. And in first place from Hatfield, James Woodward. One more time for your medal winners. The medalist for the female 100-metre butterfly. In third place from Norwich Swan, Charlotte Smith. In second place from Basildon and Phoenix, Sky Carter. And in first place from City of Cambridge, Georgia Holgate. Let's hear it for your medal winners. The medalists for the male 100-metre individual medley. In third place from Halstead, Kai Adams. In second place from City of Norwich, Oliver Badren. In first place from West Norfolk, Nathan Wells. Let's hear it for your medal winners. The medalists for the female 100-metre backstroke. In third place from Basildon and Phoenix, Evangeline Pierce. In second place from Dayburn, Connie Davies. And in first place from City of Peterborough, Hannah Willis. Well done to all our medal winners. Back to the pool with the male 200-meter backstroke final. In lane 1 from City of St Albans, Alexander Carverbore. Lane 2 from Thurrock, Nikita Charakin. In lane 3 from Hatfield, Oliver Baskerville. Lane 4 from West Suffolk, Miles Turner. In lane 5 from City of Cambridge, Matthew Money. Lane 6 from Basildon and Phoenix, Oliver Smith. In lane 7 from West Norfolk, Nathan Wells. And in lane 8 from City of Cambridge, Janos Kadar. This is the male 200-meter backstroke final. Nice starts in lanes 2 and 5. Nikita Charakin of Thurrock in 2 and Matthew Money of City of Cambridge in 5. You can see those two clearly separating themselves from the rest of the pool. Janos Kadar of City of Cambridge in lane 8. Not too far out of the picture either, and emerging now Miles Turner of West Suffolk as well in lane 4. It's quite spread out, this. Not bunched up at the halfway point. And the split time is just over 60 seconds with Nikita Charakin leading the way. Matthew Money, then Miles Turner, currently the top 3. Still all to play for with plenty in pursuit of a podium finish. Look how close it is in the centre at the moment. They're just followers of the leader, but they are battling it between themselves and will be fully aware of each other's company there. Miles Turner inching in front of Matthew Money in 2nd and 3rd, respectively. Can Nikita Charakin hold on to this? Really good turn off the wall from Miles Turner, who now looks as if he is the one to beat. Finishing strong, he's up the ante. And he's just got that little bit extra, has he? We'll find out on the home straight here. Nikita Charakin not letting this one up, but Miles Turner may well have just got it in his grasp right when it matters. In he comes to the wall and wins the race. Miles Turner ahead of Nikita Charakin. Matthew Money in 3rd. Now time for the female 50-metre breaststroke final. In lane 1 from Hatfield, Charlotte Williams. In lane 2 from Team Ipswich, Ellen Duffield. In lane 3 from City of Peterborough, Isabel Cameron. In lane 4 from Basildon and Phoenix, Jasmine Carter. In lane 5 from Norwich Swan, Phoebe Howard. In lane 6 from Hatfield, Ashley Ransom. In lane 7 from Hatfield, Megan Gray. And in lane 8 from Hatfield, Caitlin Hartley. This is the female 50-metre breaststroke final. Well, 4 pink Hatfield caps in the pool. 3 of them on the near side. Ashley Ransom making the best start of them at the halfway point. Jasmine Carter down the centre for Basildon and Phoenix in lane 4. Looking to finish a strong weekend here for Basildon. But will it be Hatfield? Yes, it will. Ashley Ransom, quickest out the blocks, quickest out the finish. Megan Gray third, Jasmine Carter second, Ashley Ransom takes it. This is the male 50-metre breaststroke final. In lane 1 from Colchester, Daryl Rands. In lane 2 from Runnymede, Lewis Marston. In lane 3 from Biggleswade, Austin Lillywhite. Lane 4 from Putteridge, Lawrence Palmer. In lane 5 from West Norfolk, Freddie Laws. In lane 6 from City of Norwich, Olivier Vedren. In lane 7 from West Norfolk, Finley Ryan. And in lane 8 from Team Waveney, Harrison Holmes. This is the male 50-metre breaststroke final. When we go, and as we saw in the previous race, it will be over like a flash. Past the halfway point, Lawrence Palmer, the man to beat. He was always going to be the man to beat, and he's not at all setting his sights anything other than first place. There he goes, 27.43. Olivier Vedren second, and in third, Finley Ryan on the podium. Now time for our final individual race of the weekend. It's the male 800-metre freestyle timed final. In lane 1 from Thurrock, Daniel Thompson. In lane 2 from City of Peterborough, Orlando Deering. In lane 3 from Team Ipswich, Pat Robinson. Lane 4 from Hitchin, Daniel English. Lane 5 from City of Cambridge, Ryan Wall. In lane 6 from Hatfield, Daniel Belsey. In lane 7 from City of Peterborough, Jack Swindale. And in lane 8 from City of Peterborough, Kian Lee. This is the male 800 metre freestyle timed final. Well, of course, this is the time final due to us having a heat earlier on in the day, the first heat. But these are the fastest 8 entries for the event, hence why they're in this second heat and the timed final. Not far off the halfway point with Daniel English well out in front. Daniel Belsey looks like he's next in the offing in that podium battle. It's got Jack Swindale for company in lane 7. That could get interesting, and of course the rest of the pool, of course, wanting to battle to get as high up the standings as they can, but over such a long distance, so many gains to be made on the personal times, the season's best, even at the end of such a long, demanding weekend here over the course of these championships in Luton. He now leads by over 8.5 seconds. There's Daniel English. Hitchin swimmer did boast sizably significant time coming into this of 8:17.04. Over 15 seconds quicker than nearest rival Ryan Wall, and he is the eldest in the pool here, Daniel English. He's showing that experience, and he's certainly got a great level of fitness and control. Daniel English is into his final 200 metres, and the gap just seems to be increasing by around a second each time he does 100. Well, he does a 50 more light. He's well out in front. Lane 3, Patch Robinson really has battled hard as this race has worn on. He's got himself right into contention for the top 3. He probably will have very little idea as to what's happening on the other side of the pool in lanes 6 and 7, but they are his nearest rivals for a medal. Daniel Belsey in 6 from Hatfield, and Jack Swindale in 7 from City of Peterborough. They've got 100 metres to go, and they are turning successively one after the other, with just 0.3 of a second separating the 3 of them. So Daniel English may well be out in front by quite a distance, with 50 metres remaining and the bell sounding for him. But what's going on behind him could be very fascinating indeed. And just to add to the intrigue, it looks like Patch Robinson maybe has a little bit of water now over the other 2 of them, getting great support from poolside. The team Ipswich klaxon sounding from their coach. Daniel English from Hitchin, amidst all the noise, is keeping well in control. He's been the unassailable leader throughout this final. He's got the winner with 8:26.42 on the clock. But here comes Patch Robinson, and look at the battle for 3rd. I think Patch Robinson's going to make it. He does, and Jack Swindale, by a hair's breadth, manages to get himself ahead of Daniel Belsey. That was so close. The 2 of them hammer and tongs throughout. What great competitive racing, even at this late stage of the weekend. And Jack Swindale joins Patch Robinson and Daniel English on the male 800-metre freestyle podium. Now it's time for the female 4x50 metre freestyle relay timed final. In lane 1, Dunmo Atlantis. Lane 2, Bishop Stortford. In lane 3, City of Norwich. In lane 4, City of Peterborough A. In lane 5, Basildon and Phoenix. In lane 6, Hatfield. In lane 7, City of Peterborough B. In lane 8, City of St Albans. This is the female 4x50 metre freestyle relay timed final. Well, away we go, and I have to say, the posers for these intros at the start of the relay is getting better and better. City of Norwich were ringing the bell before this one. But in lane 1, it's Dunmo Atlantis who have made the early inroads on that first leg. Battling hard back, though, are City of Norwich now, up alongside City of Peterborough A, who line up in lane 4. On the near side, it's Hatfield that are doing the business, slightly ahead of Basildon and Phoenix in lane 5, and City of Peterborough B being slightly left behind, as are in lane 2 Bishop Stortford right now, but of course it could all change with City of Peterborough A turning it around now at the halfway point. City of Norwich not far behind at all. In fact, 0.05 of a second, the separation between those two at that point. Will it change coming up to the three-quarter stage with Dunmo Atlantis still plugging away, perhaps for a spot on the podium? Basildon and Phoenix are going to bite back hard, there's no doubt about that. As are in lane 2 Bishop Stortford. They've kept themselves alive in contention along with Hatfield, but it's at the front that we see the battle for first developing, and it's City of Peterborough A from City of Norwich and Basildon and Phoenix now, who look as though they may just be roping in City of Norwich here. City of Peterborough A have an awful lot of holding on to do, but look at Basildon and Phoenix. They're going to make it really close towards the wall. Will it be enough? City of Peterborough A, hold on. 1100ths in it, an enthralling final. Basildon and Phoenix with a great second half, and City of Norwich in third. Next up, it's the male 4x50 metre medley relay heat 1. Penultimate race of the weekend. It's another relay, and it's the 4x50 medley. Timed final to come after this. But can any of these teams get themselves in amongst it for potentially one of the faster times over the course of the event? Lane 2, we have Harpenden. Lane 3, Dunmo Atlantis. Lane 4, Biggleswade. 5, a City of Peterborough B. Ware are in 6. Bishop Stortford B in 7. So the City of Peterborough and Bishop Stortford A teams will be watching on here, seeing if their teammates can get them off to a good start in Heat 1. Close between 3 of the teams, almost simultaneously coming up towards the diving board end. Dummo Atlantis from Biggleswade, from City of Peterborough B, all under a minute at that halfway point. Fly leg looking particularly strong in lane 4 for Biggleswade. Quite a gap now as seen Biggleswade ahead of Dummo Atlantis and City of Peterborough B. It's all changed on the freestyle. Plenty of work to do then for the chasing pack, because Biggleswade looking mighty good shape now. Really coming into their element. Can they hold on and make enough? Look at those arms swinging through the water with Dummo Atlantis hot in pursuit. But Biggleswade win the first heat, 1:53.6. A time that would have seen them in the time final. Very good stuff from Biggleswade. Final race of the weekend. It's the male 4x50 metre medley relay timed final. In lane 1, Watford. In lane 2, Hatfield. In lane 3, City of Peterborough A. In lane 4, City of Norwich. In lane 5, West Suffolk. In lane 6, Basildon and Phoenix. Lane 7, Bishop Stortford A. And in lane 8, City of St Albans. This is the male 4x50 metre medley relay timed final. Well, this is it then. Final race of the weekend. Let's hope it's an absolute firecracker with plenty of contenders in this one. When you look at the entry times, not a lot separating them. City of Norwich, the quickest of them. Their entry was 1:46 dead. They were half a second better off than West Suffolk. And City of Peterborough A will be fancying their chances, but the way this weekend's gone, it could be anybody's race, this, with Watford making a good start. And in lane 6, Basildon and Phoenix as well. Not a million miles away on this breaststroke leg, but pulling away in front right now is City of Norwich, wanting to make it their own and end this weekend with a bang. City of Peterborough A slowly managing to get back into that one, perhaps, because West Suffolk are half a second behind them. And there's 2 going at it hammer and tongs on the far side. We mentioned Watford at the start, but Hatfield keen to join them and have done. They're making super progress on this fly leg. But City of Norwich just seem to be getting stronger and stronger going into the final 50 metres, the last changeover. This is the freestyle leg, and this is for City of Norwich, separating them and first place in this final race of the weekend. Next to them, West Suffolk, who have just been tailgating all the way through, but they're holding off the rest of the pool as City of Norwich come crashing home. They're going to get the first touch, and then it'll be West Suffolk. Great recovery from City of Peterborough A. Barely mentioned throughout that, but a great finish sees them on the podium, just ousting Hatfield. What a great race to end a super weekend of racing. Well, a big thank you to our officials who may now leave the poolside. Ladies and gents, let's hear it for all of our officials, referees and volunteers over the course of the weekend, without whom this event would not be possible. Final set of presentations coming up shortly, including our top club of the competition. Ladies and gentlemen, you may remember that at the Youth Championships in May, we celebrated the life of David Robinson. As part of those celebrations, we inaugurated the David Robinson Memorial Trophy for Top Club at the East Region Short Course Championships. Here to present this award for the first time is his wife Jane and his daughters Anita and Karen. The top club award is calculated on points achieved in open and para-swimming and relays. And the winners of the David Robinson Memorial Trophy, Basildon and Phoenix. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Basildon and Phoenix. And we thank Jane, Anita and Karen for being here with us this evening. Now time for the medal presentations, presented by Swim England East Region President Darren Peck, Essex County President Phil Nice and Hertfordshire County President Jane O'Brien. The medalists for the male 100-metre freestyle. In third place from St Felix School, William Ellard. In second place from Witham Dolphins, Maddox Roberts. And in first place from Team Luton, Matthew Wright. Let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. The medalists for the female 200-metre freestyle. In third place from Basildon and Phoenix, Sky Carter. In second place from Dunstable, Jessica Medlicott. And in first place from Team Ipswich, Matilda Bogle. Let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. The medalists for the male 200-metre backstroke. In third place from City of Cambridge, Matthew Money. In second place from Thurrock, Nikita Charikin. In first place from West Suffolk, Miles Turner. Let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. The medalists for the female 50-metre breaststroke. In third place from Hatfield, Megan Gray. In second place from Basildon and Phoenix, Jasmine Carter. And in first place from Hatfield, Ashley Ransom. Let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. The medalists for the male 50-metre breaststroke. In third place from West Norfolk, Finley Ryan. In second place from City of Norwich, Olivier Vedren. In first place from Putteridge, Lawrence Palmer. Let's hear it one more time for your medal winners. The medal winners for the male 800-metre freestyle. In third place from City of Peterborough, Jack Swindale. In second place from Team Ipswich, Pat Robinson. And in first place from Hitchin, Daniel English. Let's hear it for our medal winners. The medalists for the female 4x50-metre freestyle relay. In third place, City of Norwich. In second place, Basildon and Phoenix. And in first place, City of Peterborough A. Ladies and gents, one more time for your medal winners. the medalists for the male 4x50 metre medley relay. In third place, City of Peterborough A. In second place, West Suffolk. And in first place, City of Norwich. So, ladies and gents, let's hear it for all of our medal winners tonight and over the course of this weekend. It's been a thrilling 3 days of action here in Luton and a pleasure to be with you for the duration, whether you've been watching on the live stream or in venue. We thank you very much for your company. We thank the swimmers, coaches for all the action, of course, our superb officials and volunteers. And until next time, have a very good evening and a safe journey home.